this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Nittany Lions ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
From the gun, they'll try the middle.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air, it's Hope. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So the quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A low line drive and not his best work. And the coverage team all over it, and the punt is down inside the 40. Quarterback may change this route. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to go for a big one. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tennessee. Did not take long long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw, it's Burgess. Floating away. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man all by himself. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking downfield on first down. Moving out of the pocket. Irons on the move. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So here is the Tennessee offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this.
Oh, he's got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown ball.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Burgess. Oh, they're after him! Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And this just hasn't been his day, man. He's already thrown some interceptions and leaving the ball short, like just not getting to his receiver. He's got to do something to change the mojo up, because right now he's not playing well, and at this rate, he might be going to the pine.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Messer. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
The Nittany Lions are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Extending the play. He'll pull it down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You can see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Hendricks. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Back to throw, it's Burgess. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. He's got it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
It's been a nice drive by this offense so far, and now this quarterback is faced with a critical third down in the red zone, trailing by a couple of possessions. If they're able to capitalize here, get this first down, score a touchdown on this drive, this game takes on a completely different feel. So this just feels like a massive moment in this game.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into him.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arkansas is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Hogs have gotten up off the canvas before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Oklahoma State. They'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's Hope. Quickly to the tight end. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right?
Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up end. He's on the move. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
I love the aggressive nature by the head coach, trying to reach into the bag of tricks on a fake punt, but the defense was expecting it. We've got a change of possession.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Caught in the backfield, it's Cherry. Turning it on! And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneaked the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Now they'll run the draw. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Burgess. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Penn State! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Extra point here will tie the game.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. here. Offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Release to the back. It's complete on the right side. It's a seam wide open. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be a...
There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off-play action on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And tackled there by the defense.
I don't think the defense was expecting run on that play. 2nd and forever. They were all dropping back into coverage. They got gashed.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Burgess. He unleashes a long one. Wide open. He makes the catch. Hits the crease. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
Tight end now in motion. inside handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, blowing up, stuffing the run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Hope. Finds his tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Rasmussen. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. To pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Great job rallying to the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Tennessee.
The Vols looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Burgess. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Complete to the right. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Clock clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Crosses the 30. He's got a lead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Snapped it in the shotgun. Looking to get it in. Into the house. Touchdown, Penn State.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Hope. Catch in the middle, it's Rasmussen. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as it got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Vols will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
They'll give it to him again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Working that wide receiver screen. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Off off the play fake on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Tosses it incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking downfield, it's Burgess. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Wants to throw again. Complete downfield. But, oh my goodness, he's still moving. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here is the Tennessee offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Grab near the marker. It's Rasmussen. He's loose. He's at the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
The Volunteers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now on second down. Going to try to get it himself. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Burgess. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He holds it in, and nobody's close. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw again. Lofts one high and deep. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And they're going to send the field goal unit out there to try to knock one in from the next time zone. Good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Grab near the marker. It's Little. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Pressure coming. Got it set up on the outside. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Oregon State has the lead right now, but this Reser Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 10 over Bowling Green. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Burgess. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker.
Oh, he's got some space. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
From the red zone, looking for a man. He's moving out of the pocket. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
It's a draw. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expecting pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
Charcoal, charcoal, charcoal.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Penn State! They move on top here in the 4th. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play. So they'll decline the penalty. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on! Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Makes the grab at the 30. He's into the open down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown ball!
How about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw. It's Burgess. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Messer. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Goes to the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Now adjusting. Fires to the middle. Already find a hole in that secondary. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. This guy's having a game that feels like half a season for some. He's over 450 yards.
And he is so dialed in with his offensive coordinator and play caller with what they want to do and how they want to attack this defense. It seems like every single snap, he's read the coverage. He knows exactly where to go with the ball.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Hope. Quickly complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a...
There he goes. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. They're working that left side. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good. And then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
The Vols have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, it's Hope. Pocket breaking down. He'll get rid of it. It's caught. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up the first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Defense backed up in this crowd trying to will them to get a big stop late. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Fayetteville behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Oklahoma State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and pull it right.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
The give on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, we hear so much about aggressiveness. Interesting spot. You know, you're on your side of the field. It's a tie game. The clock ticks out. It's not the worst thing in the world, but we can't make a mistake in this situation.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll take it himself. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
How about that turn of events for the defense? Not only do they force the fumble and jump on it, creating a massive momentum shift, but they're already in field goal range where they stand right now to break this tie.
So here is the Tennessee offense. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David.
Yeah, and you rep this every single week. The 2-minute drill, you got to be precise. You know exactly what your favorite plays are, Palmer. Go down the field, get me a field goal.
And it comes down to the awareness, right? Especially at the quarterback position. You're understanding the timeout situation, working the boundary in the sideline. What's the clock showing me? It all comes down to this.
Biggest drive of the game right here as we get close to the end of regulation. Trying play action. That's caught. It's Little. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Back to throw, it's Hope. Finds the tight end. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. The Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll give it to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. The line of scrimmage is the 25. It'll be a 42-yard kick for the win. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the miss, the only hope is to get a stop and play another round of overtime. We'll get it started here in overtime.
22 in the water. 22.
Back to pass, it's Burgess. Caught in the backfield, it's Cherry. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And the Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He might want another play. Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. Quarterback by himself in the backfield.
Ready, set. Flag. Cookie. Ready up.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got him. Gets away from one, finds room. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Quarterback keeps it. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. They'll try to move the sticks on 4th and short here in overtime. Timeout called by the defense as they want to make sure they avoid any hint of a mental lapse here in overtime. The tension, the intensity, the drama, the offense steps to the line on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out fast. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand.
Breaks into the open. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. This time they'll go to the running game. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they can play for at least another couple of quarters.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give from the gun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Third down, and they want to make sure their kicker has a chance to win it in overtime. On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that...
He got it in! A walk-off touchdown in overtime!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.